Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back today to do something really nice. I've decided to take part in the hashtag February Self-Love, which I believe was created by Debby at Consulting Crohn's, and I know that Debbie's done a lot of hard work into this tag. She's created a PDF which you can find for free in her Ko-fi shop. You can download and print that out. I had a good look at that yesterday, and I know that Carla at Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings has been co-hosting some of this with Debby. And I believe, and I may be wrong because I was watching and listening to some of this while I was cooking, and I may have misheard, but I believe that Rachele at Amethyst Ascension has also created a digital workbook related to this that you can find on her channel also. So I will try and remember to link everybody that I've talked about today. Yesterday I watched Carla's and Antionette's self-love spread, which is one of the first things for this tag, and that's Carla at Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings and Tony at Antionette's Tarot and Jewellery. And I really enjoyed watching their self-love spread, so I thought I'd have a go at that today. They also, on their videos, made little jars, beautiful little jars, which they filled up with affirmations, which Debby has got on her PDF. And I did think about doing that, and then I remembered that in the jar on my altar I have affirmations that I made myself many years ago, like over 20 years ago, because my son was small. I remember I used to have a online shop called the Spiritual Inspiration Shop. It's been no more for many years, but I used to offer readings on there, and I used to sell little bits and pieces, and I made these cards and laminated them, and I've got, you know, quite a stack of different ones of goddesses and angels, but I also made some little affirmation cards. So I'll just read you some of them. We've got Nematona here, Raziel, Vesta, Prayer to Gaia, which are not really relevant for today. But I'm going to make sure that for the month of February that I'm reading these to myself several times a day with intention. So, holistic health affirmation. I am healthy, I am whole. My mind expects health, my body is well. My mind is powerful, my body heals. I live in balance, I live in peace. Love, light and life. Love is light, I am a child of light. Love is powerful, there is no darkness in light. Love is eternal, the divine loves us all. Love cancels fear, and love conquers all. Spiritual healing. I am well, I am whole. My mind is healthy, my body is strong. My spirit is eternal, my energy is love. I live in grace, I will this so. And then the last one, love your life affirmation. I am accepted, I am liked, I am confident, I enjoy my life. I enjoy people, I like myself, I am a miracle, I love my life. And you know, this one was really relevant to me years ago because I was only diagnosed with autism in my very early 50s. So as you can imagine, I spent an awful lot of my life feeling misunderstood and not accepted, not liked, and not liking myself, you know. So these were very powerful for me years ago, and these have come in and out of my life over the years when I've needed them. I've also got really nice little invocation to Isis and Michael here, which are not necessarily about self-love, but they are about protection and blessings. So I've got Archangel Michael, come to me please, leader of angels, soldier for peace. The fear I feel, it cripples me, it holds me tight, won't let me see. Warrior angel, you carry a sword, wield it now and cut the cords. Help me, Michael, show me the way, open my eyes to a brighter day. And the invocation to Isis. Beautiful Isis, come to me please, bring me some joy, bring me some peace. Mistress of magic, I ask for your sight, fold your wings of protection around my life. The full moon is rising, it won't be long. Help me, Mother Isis, with you I am strong. So as you can see, I think these will be quite powerful for me at the moment, because I wrote these a long time ago and I meditated on the energy of those for some time, and they mean a lot to me. So yeah. So that's why I haven't done the little jar with the affirmations, is I'm happy with what I've got, to be honest. So this is the self-love spread that I've written down for today. Like I said, you can find it on Debbie's PDF. This is the hashtag February self-love, and I think there was a tarot with me I saw on Tony's channel, so I'll include that. So I'm going to do that now. I've got my Robin Wood tarot, and I'm also going to pull a Power of Surrender card as well. So yeah, it will be interesting. I feel quite vulnerable actually doing this for myself. Normally reading for other people is it's much easier, isn't it? These are very personal questions. So yeah, and last year was a very, very difficult year for me. I was struggling with anxiety the entire year with one thing or another. And actually, this year, just even in the last month, things have turned around quite a lot in terms of how I'm feeling about myself and feeling about life. So it will be interesting. So where am I right now in my self-love journey? That is question one. Where am I right now in my self-love journey? And we have the Magician. I'm making things happen. Making things happen. Taking advantage of opportunities and being resourceful. I've got everything that I need, this card would suggest, wouldn't it? I'm in a good position currently, this card would suggest. Let's get the cards on the table and then I'll have a look at them. So, question number 2. What are my strengths that I should recognise and celebrate? What are my strengths that I should recognise and celebrate? Justice. Well, that makes sense for me, actually. It's something that's very, very strong in me. That's for sure. This sort of truth and fairness and honesty and equality and things being in harmony, things being in balance. That is something that is really important to me, actually, in life. I think anybody who's a bit neurodivergent really values justice and fairness. So number 3, what challenges am I facing in loving myself? What challenges am I facing in loving myself? And we've got the Page of Swords. Interesting. So this is somebody that's quite alert, that has a lot of new ideas, somebody intelligent, somebody with something to prove, perhaps. We'll come back to that. And question number 4, where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? Where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? And we have number 7 of Swords. Ooh, number 7. So this is something deceptive, isn't it? This is about, yeah, deceptive energies, perhaps dishonesty, secrets. Yeah, what have we got at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's a much nicer card. Blimey. Well, that's a difficult card, isn't it? Number 7 of Swords. So, where am I right now in my self-love journey? So I would say that I'm feeling in a position of power currently. I'm feeling good and strong. I'm feeling in control of things. That I have all of the things that are necessary in my life to feel good about myself, to give myself what I need, to get what I need. I like that actually for card number 1. Where am I right now in my self-love journey? For me, that's a good place to be. And like I said, just in the last month, I can feel that change in myself. Actually, I can feel myself coming back to myself, to feeling like I have something to offer, you know, because that's a big part of how I love myself, I think, actually, is knowing that I have a purpose, knowing that I have things to offer other people. Being authentic, being able to manifest things, being independent, not being codependent, but being independent is something that's important to me. Card number 2, what are my strengths that I should recognise and celebrate? Well, I think this is something that's been really important to me all my life, this sense of justice. I like things to be balanced. I like harmony. I like to work out the truth of things. I like to be fair. I like win-win situations. Yeah. What else do I want to say? This is about morality, isn't it? It's about being authentic. It's about having good judgment, being able to see both sides of the story. And that's something that I really value highly in myself. I think a lot of my self-esteem has always come from my ability to see through the crap, to work things out, to see the truth, to know what's right, to know what's wrong, to know what's fair. For myself and for other people, it's, you know, when I worked, I was a mental health nurse. I was also a homelessness advocate. So my heart has always been in those kind of moral issues for people. You know, I like things to be fair and balanced. So card number 3 is, what challenges am I facing in loving myself? And we've got the Page of Swords. It's tricky, isn't it? So this is a person who has a lot of new ideas, who's very alert and intelligent. Somebody with lots of energy, lots of mental energy. Somebody perhaps who relies too much on their intellect, I'm going to say. Yeah. And that, that could be true. I think people that know me very well would see a lot of a more Queen of Cups energy in me. But I know that when I'm struggling or when life is not feeling very safe, I can retreat back into my intellect very easily. And I think that blocks me from getting at my heart chakra. I can just get stuck in my head. I have autism. I also scored very highly on the ADHD testing, and I know that I can get like loops of thoughts go round and round my head, and it's very hard to unstick myself from those things sometimes and actually acknowledge how I feel rather than just what I'm thinking. So I can see that in myself, actually, that is definitely a challenge, and that in order for me to really practice self-love, I need to get out of my head, don't I? I need to be in my heart. I need to be in my gut. So yeah. And card number 4, where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? And I've got the 7 of Swords. What a terrible card. This is about deceptions, needing to escape something, maybe strategies, something dishonest going on. So maybe this is talking about, again, me not deluding myself in my thoughts about things, about being careful about where my thoughts take me, that my thoughts are not self-sabotaging, that I'm not lying to myself. I don't know. That I'm not deceiving myself or being dishonest with myself in some way. This man in this 7 of Swords here, he's all wrapped up in his cloak. He's got his hood down. You never know with this card whether he's stealing something from somebody else or he's stealing back his own things, which are very different things, aren't they? I don't know. If I'm going to, where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? Well, it would be, I think, looking at this card, about making sure that I'm not deceiving myself over anything, that I'm not hiding, that I'm not deceiving myself or anybody else with what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And I think looking at these cards here as well, there's a distinct lack of cups and wands, aren't there? So perhaps if I want to focus my efforts this week, it would be about getting more into those wands and cups energy, wouldn't it? I'm really pleased to see the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I am a Virgo sun and moon, and I resonate very strongly with the Queen of Pentacles energy. So it's nice to see her there to balance this reading out, because we've got a lot of very swords energy here, haven't we? Which doesn't really go with self-love, does it? Or not in the way that I would have liked to have seen it. So that's interesting. Really interesting. But I think I'm going to take a lot of solace from the Magician here and the Justice card, because while I do need to be in my heart chakra more of the time, and I do need to to find ways to be out of my head, out of those sort of stuck loops of thinking. I like the Justice card a lot. And the Magician is a powerful card. It means that I've got everything that I need. I'm not lacking anything, even though these cards here are lacking Wands and Cups. The Magician has got them all. I've got them all. I just need to be sat in those energies a bit more, I suppose, don't I? So let's have a Power of Surrender card and see what it would be good for me to surrender to or give up this week. Let's see what we get. So let's have a look. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So that's lovely, isn't it? And I see that as going very much with the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that that means this week I need to get out for a walk, don't I? I need to get out in my garden. I need to be in the world rather than just thinking about things, which is where my head goes to naturally. You know, like I said, I'm a Virgo sun and moon. I have autism. I have ADHD tendencies. It's easy for me to be locked up in my head and to not be in my body and to not feel things. So, yeah, I need to get out in the garden, don't I? I need to get out with the birds. I need to get out in some fresh air. Even though it's bloody freezing here at the moment, I need to wrap up and get outside, I think. But yeah, what an interesting reading. What an interesting reading. I'm still troubled by this Seven of Swords here at the end. Is where should I focus my self-love efforts this week? This is very protective, isn't it? Or very dodgy. He's either, like I said, stealing something back for himself, getting something back for himself, or he's stealing something from other people. I shall have to ponder upon that, won't I? But anyway, this was really useful. I've really enjoyed doing this. And like I said, I plan to use my my little affirmation cards through the week. And I shall ponder this reading some more as well. But I'm really pleased to have seen these two cards here. I think that this is excellent advice for me because I love nothing more than being out in the garden, coming in with all muck under my fingernails. It really brings a lot of peace to my mind. So, yeah, I must endeavour to do that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And like I said, I'll try and link everybody in the description box. Have a go at this yourself. I think it's a good experience to sit here and actually be vulnerable and talk about yourself and see what the cards tell you. So thanks ever so much to Debbie and to Carla and to Rachele and to anybody else that's taking part in this. And I'll see you all again soon.